We played at a 93.4. That's quite good for me. So exchange variation Caro-Kann. Hey everyone, my name is Jason. This is the series where we try to get to 1,500 Chess Elo. I'm playing every day until I get there, and this is day 28. We're currently 1,055. We started at 1,000, so we gained 55 so far. And we're coming off of two devastating losses right now, just devastating. So hopefully we can turn it around and get a win today. All right. Playing somebody from Uganda. We got white pieces. Let's start with d4. Recording. Okay. We're at d4. Let's put our knight onto c3. Develop our bishop up to f4. Then I'm probably going to push this pawn here. I don't know. I could just take the center here because he's not pushing these pawns. So I might just do this. Okay, he's attacking this knight. Tempted to attack his knight here. This is kind of freaking me out, though, that he put his queen right here. I'm tempted to do this, though. Let's do it. Wait, attack his knight. Okay, now he's attacking my bishop and my knight here. So is there a way I can defend both? If I put my queen here, I'll be defending both. So that seems like the right move. Because he takes here, I take even trade. Messes up my pawn structure, though. Okay, I think I'll put my queen onto d2. He takes here, I can take. He takes here, I can take back. This opening is already kind of crazy. I don't really know what's going on here. Not familiar with this position. He takes the knight with my knight. Now, do I take with my queen or do I take with the pawn and prevent this trade of queens here? I could do this trade and then I'm already much more developed than him. So I don't think I mind doing this trade here. It is unfortunate that my pawn structure is a bit messed up. And this pawn is exposed. I think I'll put this knight up here to defend it. He attacks it, makes sense. I'll bring my bishop out to get ready to castle. If he takes, it'll be an even trade. If he pushes a pawn, we just take. If he pushes this pawn, that would actually be pretty nice, I think. I would be happy with that. So he's going to break this pawn structure, open up this diagonal. Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, we're much more developed right now. We're going to castle. Our king is safer. Seems to be going pretty good so far. I don't know what he was trying to do with bringing that queen out early. Maybe there's some kind of trick there. Okay, my opponent abandoned the game. Let's do a quick review, and then I'm going to go straight into a second game here. So, yeah, played accurately. I just want to see what the eval bar says when we got to this point. Oh, it's still pretty even. Barely advantage to white. Okay, let's do a new game. Oops. Let's do another game. Pavel, we're playing Pavel Samsonov with the black pieces. We're going to do our Caro-Kann. I found that I'm like more comfortable playing black because I've really gotten used to the different ways the Caro-Kann can go. So I'm kind of excited whenever I get black pieces. Usually it's the other way around. Okay, we're doing the exchange variation. If he brings his knight out, I'm just going to put my bishop here. If he does anything else, I'm probably going to put my bishop here. Push this pawn. Okay, he brings his knight out. We'll put the bishop on g4. attacking that f3 knight. Let's push this pawn, defending our d5 pawn, opening up this diagonal for our bishop. Let's trade and bring this knight out, attacking the pawn. And so now I can put my queen here with an attack on this pawn and also an attack on this pawn. So if he defends it with this, I win this pawn, but he could just push here. So I might wait. A lot of people make the mistake of putting their knight here and not allowing them to push this pawn. So I might see if he does that first. I might just develop my bishop here for now. I do also want to push this pawn at some point. He doesn't have the knight here though, so it's a little less scary. Okay, he puts the knight out. That's what we were waiting for. So I'm going to put my queen here and set up this attack on this pawn. I should win this pawn, because the only way he can defend it is by pushing this bishop here. If he does that, then I win this pawn here. And then if he doesn't defend, if he does anything else, I just take with the knight, and he can't take back because he'll lose his queen. Unless I'm missing something, but I believe that's the case. I find the Caro-Kann is always you end up fighting for this pawn, this central pawn, these two. In exchange variation, there's no pawn here. But in the variation where he pushes pawn to e5, this knight is very powerful, attacking both these squares. But if my last two games show anything, it's that my trouble isn't really in the opening, but more so like middle game, end game, where I just end up hanging pieces after I gain a lead. So let's just be a bit more careful here. Okay, he is targeting my queen. So I wasn't expecting that move. So what I could do is still take this pawn, and if we trade, I'm just up a pawn. And I'm also attacking this pawn. So I think I'll just take here. That seems correct. Let me think. Go here. There's no way of getting a check on me or anything. Yeah. I think I just take this pawn here. It's going to be a trade of queens, most likely. Okay. Now we're up one pawn. I have control of center. I need to develop my knight and castle. That's next priority here. He might attack this knight, so I might have to hide that first, which is okay. I'll just push it back here, because I don't want to open up this check on my king. That's kind of annoying. This knight can't really do anything right now. He might just attack with the pawn. Either way, most likely I'm just going to bring my knight back here, I think. Okay, so he's just defending this pawn. Okay, that makes sense. That had me confused for a moment. Okay, I think the better move for him would have just been to push this pawn and push my knight away, but that's fine. Let's put our knight to f6 and get ready to castle. Let's bring our knight back. He might put his bishop on e5. No, he puts it here on e3. So what's his plan? He's attacking this pawn. If he goes here, it'll be an even trade of pieces. If he goes here, we can just trade. Then I can push this pawn. Do I just castle first? I think I might just castle. Yeah, I'll just castle. If he goes here, I'm okay with the trade. I'll have two knights. Okay, he goes b4. Does this work? Here, here, here. No, not really. I kind of like this. It's going to push the knight away afterwards and attack this pawn, which is an attack on the rook. Could also put my knight here, attacking the pawn. I think that works as well. If he pushes this, it might make sense actually for me to push this pawn first. Yeah, I think that's the right move. If I go here, this is a trade where I lose a pawn, actually. I'll do this. If he goes here, if he goes here, I don't think we trade this because, okay, he goes back, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, now I kind of like this idea of attacking that pawn. I could do it two ways. I can go knight here or bishop here. I could also bring my rooks into the game somehow. Maybe I should put my rook. Oh, I'm going to leave this pawn hanging if I do that. So maybe I push this pawn first. Or I bring this knight in. But this rook in, I mean. I think I'll just push this pawn for now. Do I go all the way? Trade. If I go here, he takes, I take. I kind of like this, going all the way. I think I'll push that pawn. It's a little aggressive. But I think it's fine. I have two attackers on that square. That pawn is going to be no longer hanging, and it's going to make this c3 pawn even weaker after the trade. Okay, he's attacking this pawn now. Okay, I can take. He takes. I take with an attack on the knight. If he takes here, I attack the rook. Take, 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 take. When the rook. Oh, that's also going to make a queen. That's pretty. I think I'll end up winning a bishop if we do all those trades. Let's do it. Let's take here. If he takes there, I'll go there. Attacking the knight. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, now if I go here, he takes my knight. I go here. He could take my rook. And I go here, make a queen, and take his rook. He's going to want to take my... And so then I get a pawn for a bishop. That seems like it'll be a pretty good trade. So let's do this first. If he doesn't take here, then we just... Let's see. Move our knight here, maybe? I'd be happy to trade off these dark square bishops. Okay, so that makes sense. He does that first. If I go here, that's a trade. Defending the pawn. Here, take, take. Here, take, take. If he pushes this, I just take it with my rook. I kind of like this. I'm attacking the knight and moving my knight out of harm's way from this bishop at the same time. We're also doing better on time. We're pretty much even on time. Okay, so we're going to trade knights here, which I think is fine. He might go here attacking my rook, which I'll just go here. That should be okay. If he pushes this, we just take. This is going to be a very powerful passed pawn. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. Keeps me motivated doing these videos every day and trying to climb to 1500. We'll get there. It'll take some time, but we'll get there. So please like and subscribe if you guys want to follow along. Okay, he's attacking my bishop with rook to b1. Let's see. I'm tempted to go here and cover this square. If I go here, it's defended. Tempted to go here and, yeah, defend that square. Then I could bring my rooks in there as well. Does that work? So if I go here, what can he do? If I go here and he tries to attack, it's defended. Okay, I'll do this. I don't want to spend too much time. Oh, I just really don't want to do a massive blunder again. Okay, so he currently has 3 defenders on this square, though. I could bring my knight into here, start bringing my rooks in, start pushing this pawn. I have 2 passed pawns. This is quite powerful. Just need to be careful, not do any big blunders. Okay, he's attacking the bishop and the pawn at the same time. Okay, so I'm thinking I can either put this knight on e4, defending the pawn, or I can bring this bishop to c8, defending this file. Oh no, if I bring my rook there, I lose the bishop, so I can't do that. Perhaps this rook. If I bring this rook here, does this, we just lose the piece. I'm going to bring the rook here, defending the pawn. Now this bishop can't go to either of these squares, which is nice. If he goes here, we'll just attack that way. Well, actually, if he goes here, we'll take with the knight, obviously. From here, I can just keep pushing this, I think. He can't put the rook there. He just loses the rook. If he puts the bishop there, we just take the bishop, and we still have the pawn defended by the rook. Both have 3 minutes, even time on the clock. This is good. Usually I'm much lower than my opponent on the clock. Okay, he puts his knight on c1. I mean his bishop. I think I just trade bishops here. Take. Then I can start bringing my knight in. I think the only thing that makes sense here is just to trade. Yeah. Okay, so let's trade bishops. So now something we can keep in mind is that he only has a light squared bishop. So as long as I'm on dark squares, this bishop will not be a threat. So he takes, I could put this knight here, because then if we trade, or I could just push this pawn. Either one works. All right. My opponent disconnected. That's 2 wins by game abandonment in a row. Let's check out the review. See what we did here. We played at a 93.4. That's quite good for me. So exchange variation, Caro-Kann. This is all pretty normal. Putting the bishop up, attacking the pawn. Okay, so I want me to bring this bishop out, this knight out first. Okay. Okay, so as soon as he put this knight here, I recognized I can win a pawn by putting the queen up. So it didn't like that. It wanted me to rather put the knight up there. I wonder why. So we won that pawn. So I didn't want him to keep trading. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, okay. We traded the knights. Okay, this was a little bit iffy here. I was scared there was something else going on, but looks like putting that bishop there was correct. And then we traded, and then he resigned. Yeah. Let's see what would happen if we continue this on. So he would take with the rook. What's my next best move? D4. Okay. So I thought it was either knight, rook. Oh, this pawn is also hanging as well. I didn't even realize that. But D4 makes sense. That now he can't trade. Then he could push this, defending that. I could bring my knight to D5 or E4. Either one works. Yeah. Well, all right, guys. I think we played 2 clean games. They weren't complete because my opponents left the game, but we gained a total of 12 elo. We're at 1,067 now. So we're making progress. We're climbing back up. Thanks for watching, y'all. God bless. Bye-bye.